South Korea finds itself disillusioned by the false promises of US security, including the buildup of nuclear powered submarines. Lloyd Austin, the US defense minister, dashed Seoul's hopes by rejecting Seoul's request amidst US's focus on managing Australia's security through AUKUS.
Welcome to TFI Global, the antidote to mass delusion.
This rejection has hit Seoul intensely after recent disappointments, leaving them feeling jilted by US's decisions. Moreover, participating in military drills alongside US and Japan further severed its ties with China and Russia, making them hostile towards South Korea for blindly supporting the United States of America. As North Korea's threats loom large, Seoul realizes it is left without nuclear protection. It's becoming clear to US allies that America's actions are primarily self-serving. It seems South Korea's umbrella security won't shield it from the storms of threats from the North. The Pentagon's announcement that the United States won't assist South Korea in building nuclear-powered submarines due to its AUKUS commitments with Australia came as a disappointment. This refusal dealt a significant blow to President Yoon Suk Yeol's aspirations of globalizing South Korea, straining its relations with Russia in the process. Lloyd Austin, the big foolish giant, the US Secretary of Defense, remarked during the Shangri-La Dialogue Summit in Singapore that accommodating South Korea's request for nuclear submarines would be as difficult as herding cats with ongoing AUKUS obligations. Very nice. Austin emphasized the enormity of AUKUS, suggesting that talking on another similar initiative anytime soon would be like juggling flaming torches in a windstorm. It's good with words. The AUKUS pact, inked in 2021, is aimed at sharing nuclear submarine technology among United States, the United Kingdom, and Australia, with Australia set to receive at least 3 Virginia-class submarines by the 2030s. This two-stage security pact seeks to counter China's growing influence in the Asia-Pacific, akin to building a sandcastle to fend off the tide. Judith Collins, New Zealand's defense minister, hailed AUKUS as a ray of sunshine in regional security, underscoring the camaraderie among the Anglo countries involved. Australian Defence Minister Richard Marles stressed that the current focus is on laying the groundwork for submarine projects with the US and UK, hinting at potential future involvement of other countries. Despite South Korea's alignment with US sanctions on Russia and support for Ukraine, the AUKUS alliance appears to prioritize Anglo allies over Asian counterparts, casting shadows over Seoul's relations when Seoul is facing its own share of scrutiny from China. South Korea, despite being left out of AUKUS, has been strengthening its security bonds with the US, as evident in agreements like the Freedom Edge military exercises. These exercises, endorsed by the defense ministers of the US, South Korea, and Japan, aimed to tighten the knot against nuclear and missile threats from North Korea and China's assertive behavior. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov criticized these joint drills between the US and its Asian partners, warning of escalating tensions in the Asia-Pacific. President Yoon Suk Yeol's strategy, which aimed to elevate South Korea's global influence by broadening its military, economic, and diplomatic horizons, particularly under Uncle Sam's nuclear umbrella, has encountered bumps, big mighty ones, along the road. As Suk Yeol's efforts to cozy up to Washington have strained relations with Moscow, pushing South Korea into following the lead of US-led sanctions against Russia. Despite South Korea's best efforts, it has ended up in a lonely corner of the sandbox, imposing sanctions on Russia without much to show for it from the US, highlighting double standards of US. Suk Yeol's endeavors to conduct a trilateral military exercise with the US and Japan fell short of the strategic significance seen in the Quad or AUKUS alliances. The snub over building nuclear-powered submarines should serve as a wake-up call to South Korea's status as a sidekick in its dealings with the US, shining a light on its preference for ties with the Anglo gang. The rejection is a stark reminder of the limits to South Korea's sway and the enduring grip of US interests on the global stage. South Korea's dreams of global clout seem to be hitting roadblocks, with its role as a sidekick to the US overshadowing its aspirations as an independent, strong player on the international scene.